This isn't on the podcast, right? This is all tomfoolery. What are you talking about? Nothing matters.
Nothing matters, you fucker.
Be okay. All right, we'll do that. Anyway, well, Brennan, it's your show.
Oh God, I thought this was all of our shows.
Your show, Brennan.
I thought you were American.
I thought you were American.
I guess, should I just do like a hi, welcome, but nothing matters?
I mean, it sounds like you're
You
already
do
doing
whatever
it.
you want.
Yeah, I mean, this might all be left in.
Oh, this is horrible. I hate that. Well, I guess, hi, welcome back to the Nothing Matters podcast, whatever we are. I guess I'm hosting this week. My name's Brennan. We're talking about video games. It's not super exciting. I feel like, Sal, it's time for you to jump in. Take it away.
I have a stake, so
you have a stake in this topic.
No, I'm just messing with you. I was trying to throw you. I know. I was just trying to throw you on the spot.
That's fine.
Well,
my video game preferences are A1.
Incredible.
You actually like A1 Steakhouse?
Yes, but that's not the topic of this week's podcast.
How do I kick you from the podcast? How do I kick you? That is unacceptable. A1 steak sauce?
Yes.
I don't know. I just cook my steak well and eat it straight up.
Okay, congratulations. Okay.
How'd you cook the steak in a microwave?
No, I just didn't have all the seasoning that I wanted.
You know what? Fair. I'll give him that.
I'm broke. Hey, fucking Department of Education. I know you're going through shit right now, but give me my loans.
And we know you listen to this podcast.
We know you listen to this podcast.
That's our target audience.
Loans so I can go and actually eat well.
There's 3 people who listen to this podcast, and all of them work in the Department of Education.
All of them. It's the head, the assistant deputy, and the director. They all listen to this podcast.
And my coworker Paul. Oh,
head janitor though.
Okay. Well, Sal's disgusting choice of sauce aside. I'm kidding.
All right.
So what about video games are we talking about?
Just kind of like games in general. I figured it's a cool topic because, one, that's kind of how I met you guys. Well, I guess how I met Sal, and then by extension you, Timmy. So I figure it's like kind of like a cool topic, you know, just kind of gaming in general. Like I got some I guess, I don't know, background questions, fun questions. I don't know. We're talking about games. Cool. Like I guess, you know, we'll just jump right in. Like, do you guys remember?
How are you? Oh, sorry. All right, go ahead.
Hey, we already talked about steak. No more pleasantries.
No more small talk. Right to the topic.
Absolutely not. But yeah, I figure, you know, what's the first game you guys actually remember playing? Because mine was Super Smash Bros. On the original Super Smash Bros.
N64 Smash Bros.
Yes. Thank you. I couldn't think of the console.
The first video game I remember playing?
Yeah, just like, you know, like as far back as you can think, like childhood memory, like.
Okay, this is gonna. I have to look something up. Everybody shut up.
Sal, yourself, you got something in the think tank?
I want to get the console right, so I have to look it up.
Definitely the Captain Crunch.
No, the console.
Crunch disc CD. No. The first game, yes, I do actually. So it was a series of games, but I don't know which one I started with first. But it was on the computer. I was maybe 1. And I was sitting on my dad's lap, and he was letting me move the mouse. So basically at night, what would happen is my dad would come home from work. He would have to do like spreadsheets. He would do that. I would sit on his lap, and then he would pop in one of these games. So it was either there's a couple Disney ones. There was a Lion King one. There was a Winnie the Pooh one, and there was an Aladdin one that I remember. Other than that, there's a game that actually is on Steam that I want to go and get just for nostalgia reasons.
Uh-huh.
It's The Tortoise and the Hare, Aesop's Fables.
Oh, I actually played that one too. Yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't know it
Believe
was
it's
on Steam.
pronounced Usopp.
Yayo.
Also, I had to fact check you a little bit because you said your father came home and did spreadsheets. I just looked up the release date of Microsoft Excel and it checks out. You can continue.
Oh, thank you. So, anyways, so there
Al
was
gets
that.
a point for Michael having Excel.
So there was that, and then there was a Tonka computer game that had
Shut up! The one that had the thing where you actually move the steering wheel and like you like had like a
it had a bunch
module.
of the tools.
Yes. And
Yes.
Okay. Shut up. We'll keep talking, but shut up.
Yeah, so it had like the screwdriver and the hammer and stuff, and yeah, I played the fuck out of those. I don't remember exactly which one came first, but I started on PC, and then after that, the first console that I remember would be NES, Super Mario Bros, the one with Duck Hunt.
That's fair. I was you just kind of reminded me, like I remember when I was a kid, my dad had some Lord of the Rings game on our computer, and he would always play it like after like I went to bed and my mom went to bed. But I remember like very vividly like waking up in the middle of the night and like seeing the light out of the computer room, and I would just go like walk in and like just kind of stand behind him and watch him play. And I always scared the shit out of him because he'd be, like
the image scared the shit out of me.
well, because like you would think just like this little like I don't know how old I was, maybe 3 or 4. Just like I just kind of creeped up behind him, and then he'd just turn at some point, and I'm just standing like right behind him. But yeah,
And
I
then
just
you have a
remember,
knife.
oh, okay. No, I don't know if that one happened, but
Different game. But yeah, shout out to that Aesop's Fable thing, because I remember just the one thing that I would constantly click on is I'm a beaver and I rap and I wear a baseball cap, and I feel like to this day that is why I started rapping, is from that thing.
Planted the seed young.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go put this plate away, but continue on. I can still hear.
So for me,
I was gonna say, Timmy, we have not heard yours.
So this blows my mind. I can't. So this is what I think is the earliest memory for me playing a video game is. Okay. Picture this. It's the 90s, right? You get out of school. You get out of school early. Your mom comes and picks you up early. And she takes you to this place that's lightly brightly lit, not litly Brit. Brightly lit.
She brought you to greeting.
Hi, brother.
Yeah, exactly.
You go in there, right? It smells like fluoride. There's this waiting room that you have to wait in. But in the corner, they have this cabinet that has a Sega Genesis in it and multiple video games that you can select, right?
Okay.
And so we're at the dentist's office, in case you didn't know. That's where we are. And
Okay.
yeah, I guess I left that part out.
I thought you were at the fluoride plant.
The fluoride factory. So you go there, right? And you can pick from 1 to 6 games, right? And I remember there was classic games on there like Sonic, Aladdin. I know that was like a big game that came out then, like in the early 90s and stuff. But you know what game I always played? Home Alone. I played Home Alone. You want to know why I played Home Alone?
Why is that?
You
Did
got
feel
a
like you were
gun.
Kevin McAllister? Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Fair.
Uh-huh.
So not only was that like my first shooter game played, I looked it up. You want to know who makes that game? Who made that game? Bethesda. Bethesda made the Home Alone game that came out in 1992 for Sega Genesis.
Huh. The more you fucking know.
Yeah. The more you know.
My dentist office was lame. We just had like the little like toys where it's like it's full of water and you hit the little buttons and it shoots the rings into the water.
We got those when we had the fluoride in our mouth. But when you were waiting for the dentist, you got to play Kevin McAllister murdering 2 grown men.
See, I didn't get to play that. I just got to stare at the fish tank in the waiting room.
Oh, we didn't have a fish tank.
In my dentist waiting room, there was a...
Welcome to the dentist episode, everybody.
Fuck video games. It's
Shout out
dentist
Dr.
time.
Roman. So in that dentist's office, there was a spaceship.
What?
Like, yeah. So there was a separate room that had all the, kids' toys and whatnot, and there was like it's not an abacus, but whatever that fucking
The
toy
toy
is.
is where you put it's the rings, not the rings, but it's like the wires that are all different
Yes.
shapes. And then you
Yeah, and they got-
I know what you're talking. Yeah, I think that
So there
thing
was a
still exists in
massive
every
one of
waiting room
those.
everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a
What's that
massive one of
called?
those. There was a this big spaceship that was probably, I want to say it was probably 6 to 8 feet tall.
Okay.
So, for the kids, it was just fucking huge. And you can go in and drive the spaceship and whatnot. I don't think there was any
You got
video
to drive
games.
the spaceship,
Yeah.
bro. Could you
What
get
the
to
hell?
Mars?
Also, if you're curious, I just looked it up. It's called a bead maze toy.
I did too. Yeah, I looked it up too. It's a bead maze.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm glad we all have the same core memory of like these things just
Yep.
being everywhere.
Oh yeah. But yeah, so we didn't have those. We had there was a magazine that
Ooh.
that had like puzzles and stuff.
Ooh.
I'll
Was that?
look that up.
Okay, well, while you're looking that up, I would like to talk about my next video game that I have a memory about. And
Okay, well, I mean,
what?
real quick, I'll stop you there. That actually kind of leads in. I was just like, the next question is basically fondest like gaming memories, kind of growing up, like kind of core memories
fair.
you have of like, like obviously it kind of keys into like your earliest memory playing games, but also just like kind of growing up, like like for me. I used to have these awesome game nights at my uncle's house because he had 10 computers in his basement, and we would just have these massive LAN parties every weekend.
Also, that magazine is called Highlights Magazine.
Sure it is.
But anyways, Tibby, you were getting into it, but I just figured it worked. Yeah, you said you had your next game.
Oh, yes, I do. Listen to this. Okay, so the year is 1999. What are the two biggest things in 1999? If you had to guess.
Well, I was a year old, so I was shitting my pants and drinking milk, so that was probably it for me.
Well, yeah, it's all relative. I get it. All right. So for this recruit, it was Legos and the Windows 98 operating system, right? Now, when you put those two things together, what do you get? You get Lego Island and Lego Racers.
You know what? Fair.
Yeah. And I still, to this day, the intro music, look it up sometime. The intro music to Lego Racers just lives rent free in my head. And it's pretty gnarly.
I think I actually did play Lego Racers.
I think everyone did. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I shouldn't say everyone. I mean, there's children in Africa who I'm sure did not play Lego Racers.
No, they did.
They just
Sal invited them over for a LAN party.
I did.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, but I remember we got I'm looking at this box right here, the Lego game collection, and it came with Lego Island, Lego Island 2, Lego Racers, and Lego Racers 2. Spoiler alert, Lego Island 2 and Lego Racers 2, trash. Absolute trash video games. It's like the second term of a president. It's just never good, So then just awful. Absolutely awful. But
I'm trying to think, like, other than that, I definitely played some sort of Lego racing game, but yeah.
Hopefully it wasn't Lego Racers 2.
So if we're talking about 1999.
Yeah.
So Pokemon Gold and Silver came out.
Okay.
Which is my favorite gen.
Yeah, if you're a weirdo.
Okay, I guess I'm a weirdo then. Hey, it's still the only fucking gen where you get 16 badges. Fight me.
That's true, you do.
And it's the last gen where your rival is a dick.
I honestly wish they'd go back to that, Sal. You and me have talked about that a lot. Like, I hate the friendly rivals of like, oh, hey, man. Like, I want them to make me want to punch him in the face.
Yeah. We're best friends. Wow, you beat me. You're really strong. Shut the fuck up. Like, fight me. Like come on.
Yeah.
Like,
So
Pokemon
that's
aside,
another
let's throw
reason.
hands. Sorry.
Because first gen Gary motherfucking Oak, fucking smell you later. And then second gen, you had Silver, who was like just a fucking demon. He's like, I don't care about my Pokemon's health. Like, fuck you.
Well, and also just like a straight up criminal. He was like breaking into places and stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
He's also Giovanni's
Japan.
son.
Are there Giovanni?
Yeah, Silver is Giovanni's son.
Really?
Yeah, Giovanni had a child with, I don't remember the admin's name, but it's a red-haired admin.
What? Oh, I think it meant like Giovanni, the guy who used to sell us hot dogs and hamburgers over the summer.
No, different guy.
Okay.
Different guy.
I don't know.
I don't think that he had
talking
Pokemon.
About video games. Why did they?
Because we're just thinking about our past. But so I looked up like some of the popular games in 1999. Pepsi Man. No, I mean it is.
No,
but...
we're not allowed. Everyone knows we're not allowed to talk about Pepsi Man on the internet.
Oh, sorry. So there's one that came to mind that I remember vividly going to Blockbuster.
Oh, Blockbuster, baby.
Blockbuster, getting the game rental?
Yes. Yep. So I went to Blockbuster, got this game. It's called Ape Escape.
Okay.
And I couldn't beat it. And I don't know why. I may have been just a little bit of the tisms. I could not beat this game within the rental period. And what I did is I'm pretty sure I put a different CD in
to keep it so you can keep playing.
Yes.
No way.
I did that so I had like
You're
an
a criminal.
Few days. Yeah, dude.
Okay, it's not like they can come after him anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I put in like some other fucking CD so that I could beat Ape Escape because I was pissed. Because it was the first game that I got that I couldn't beat right away with like relative ease. And I was like, okay, you motherfucker, it's on.
911, yes, hello? Yeah, Sal did it again. We have it on tape. FBI, get him.
I'm trying to think, like, definitely for me though, like my uncle's gaming nights were pretty big, and then
Unreal Tournament 99.
Dude, that was one of the games we actually played on those gaming nights. And I remember vividly there was a map with like, it was like an outer space map. I mean, like a lot of them were, but it was literally two big towers on the end of the map.
Oh.
And there was just these platforms that shot you across to the towers. And it was just, I don't know, very fun game. Has anyone else got a very nostalgic gaming memory of like...
With the Blockbuster thing, right?
Okay.
All right. November 2001, right? The world's in turmoil. The Twin Towers have collapsed, right? George W. Bush declared war on terrorism. Global war on terrorism, right? Who knew that, maybe one of us would get sucked into that one day. Anyhow, so...
I already was.
Tarzan Untamed for Nintendo GameCube, right? So, this game... Go to Blockbuster. Get it. Similar story. Couldn't beat it. Had to call in the big guns, right? I couldn't fight the crocodile. Could not beat the crocodile fight. My mom had to do it for me. She had to beat the crocodile fight. So that way I could get past it and, be able to finish the game before because we only got him for like a weekend or something, right?
Yeah.
So that also too... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, no, I was just going to say, yeah, it was like you got a day rental, but if you went on like a Friday or a Saturday, you got it for like a weekend at the same price, I think is what it was. Or it was just like a 2-day rental that was like cheaper. I something like that.
So we used to get them from Blockbuster. Also, our library would have video games. I remember that. Like the Victor Library had video games you could like borrow, as well as like DVDs and VHS tapes that you could get. And then the Wegmans in, not the Pittsford Wegmans, the Parrington Wegmans, right? Sal, you know that one.
Mm-hmm.
A like DVD rental. I feel like a lot of grocery stores had like DVD rental places like that. Like PNC did. Like, I don't know, it was just like a thing back then, right? And I remember we rented games from there too. I couldn't tell you what. I can't remember, but I specifically remember getting Tarzan untamed and not being able to beat the crocodile. And I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna find this. I'm gonna find a way to get this game. I want it out on the actual GameCube though, and I'm gonna beat that. It's an Ubisoft game. I'm looking at it. So
one of the hardest games that I've played, of like, I don't know if we want to call them a joke game, but it's really fucking tough. There's two that come to mind. One is it's a Lion King game. I want to say it's for the Super Nintendo.
okay.
But
Did
I
it have
just
the
saw a
Elton
thing.
John soundtrack in it?
I don't remember.
Hmm.
All I remember is this thing was like notoriously fucking hard.
Okay.
And I saw recently a thing that said the developers of that game purposely made it hard, like stupid hard, so that people couldn't beat it on a normal Blockbuster rental.
So they'd have to keep renting it.
So they'd have to keep renting it.
That's actually a really
Capitalism,
smart,
baby.
right?
And then what was the other one? I just lost it. Oh boy, what was it? I mean, there was a couple games. One was Future Tactics, but that was like 2004.
I mean, that still counts. You weren't an adult in 2004.
I was an adult at 6. No, I'm trying to think of like 2001 games. Duelist of the Roses came out in 2001.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I guess it wasn't. You don't have to pick like a specific time frame. This was more of just like anything you remember like growing up. Like it could even be like when you guys were like 16. Like I know you guys talk a lot about.
I mean, I have one that kind of ties into both here. That,
we got a bunch of these. So I mean,
yeah.
Are you good? Are you guys good for the next like 36 hours?
Yeah, I'm good. All right.
Okay. So Kingdom Hearts came out in 2002.
Oh, you get to talk still. Okay.
Yes.
He has the talking pillow.
But yeah, that Future Tactics game I played the fuck out of. Story wise, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Going back, it's terrible. I still love it though. And then X-Men Legends. I don't know if you guys ever played that. It was on PlayStation 2 and GameCube.
Nope. Never heard of it.
Like
super fun. So you play as like this new mutant.
Yeah.
That's got like lava powers. And
oh yeah, Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Yeah. And you're joining the X-Men, and you can have a team of 4, and you're going through and like releasing captured mutants, and like you'll release Gambit, and you can have Gambit on your team, and like Nightcrawler and whatnot. Super fun. I'm gonna go and play it again on stream after I finish Walking Dead.
Okay.
Trying to think. I think like my biggest games that I played on my GameCube was like played a lot of Mario Kart Double Dash, Smash Bros Melee. Like it was
Luigi's
I
Mansion.
think that's Luigi's Mansion, Legend of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time, and Wind Waker.
There was a Kirby game that we.
Was it like Kirby's World or something? Kirby.
The one me and my cousins played, it wasn't on the. It was on the Game Boy. Was Kirby's Nightmare in Dreamland. We played that a lot.
Well, do I get a talking pillow now?
I mean, do you want it? You got.
I need to talk about something. I need to talk about something, and it's important. So, and it's this is going to be stereotypical, but it's not going to be for the reasons anyone thinks. Okay, I need to talk about Halo, and this is how I need to talk about Halo. Okay, in 2003, they released beta discs for the computer. Right, this is before like. Okay. Xbox was, I don't even know. Was Xbox even a thing? The original Xbox? When did the original Xbox come out?
2001.
Okay, so it was, but I don't. I guess they did because Halo wasn't like sure who they were like marketing to or whatnot, right?
Yeah,
so
it wasn't exclusive yet.
Yeah, so they made a beta disc, right? And all it was the first mission of the campaign, right? So it was like Halo Combat Evolved, right? It was the first mission of the campaign, and then multiplayer on like 2 or 3 maps, I think is all it was, right? That's all it was. And I remember going to my friend's basement, and like like the weekend this thing dropped, you know what I mean? Like all these kids, like the high school kids, were like passing out discs, and they were all cool with their Halo discs, you know. So I remember going to the basement and like watching like the big kids like play like this first level of of like Halo, you know what I mean? Like the campaign. I just mean like my mind just like blown, like, whoa, how does this right? I didn't even play it. I just saw it, right? I didn't touch Halo again until Halo 3 came out. Because that's when I had an Xbox 360, right? So I would have been like in 8th grade, right? Because it came out in 2007. So I would have been like in like 8th grade with a 360 and Halo 3 came out. And I remember hating it. I was like, this is stupid. I just want to play World at War, you know, or not. No, I don't even think World at War. What was it out at that time? Call of Duty 3? Like, I just want to play Call of Duty
No, I
3.
think World at War was out at that point.
I thought it was 2008 World at War came out. So Call of Duty 4 would have been then. COD 4. What was the fall of 2007?
Well, because I was trying to say, like, or trying to think, because I got my
Yeah, it would've been
360
COD
the
4.
Christmas after it came out, and that was what I got was COD 4 with it.
Yeah, okay, it would have been COD 4. Yep, because that was November 2007. So yeah,
Yeah.
so COD 4.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I hate Halo 3 so much, right? And then my senior year of high school, right? Those discs came back to life for whatever reason. Those discs that all they had on it. No, it wasn't even a disc. We had it on a USB drive, right? And we used to sit in the library after school and play like massive Halo 3 Combat Evolved multiplayer on like and like you're not supposed to do that. You know what I mean? Like you weren't supposed to like play video games on the school computers. And we all had Halo Combat Evolved demo installed on them and we just sit there and play. Oh, it was a great memory that I had.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I think we started doing that my junior year of high school. So like my junior and senior year of high school, we used to do that. Oh, because like we had to wait around until like sports started. You know what I mean? Because like the after school period, and it was like 45 minutes. That's a long time for a kid. 45 minutes? What are you supposed to do with all that time? So pack some Grizzly Wintergreen, sit in the library, and play Halo Combat Evolved, and that was it.
Yeah, all I did during my senior year was
play chess.
I played chess.
Yeah, fucking nerd.
Hey. And then
the library and play Combat Evolved.
You never gave me the invite, dude.
It was for the cool kids.
Oh man. And then the only other class that I had other than PE was English. And
your senior year?
Yeah.
So did you have like earlier arrival and late dismissal? Wait, no, late arrival and early dismissal.
He was there for 12 hours a day. It was brutal.
Yeah.
I had late arrival and double early dismissal.
Yeah, because so for the listeners, Sal and I went to the same high school, and we only had 4 periods in a day. School was only from 7:40 in the morning to 2:15 in the afternoon. That was it, and and 40 of those minutes were lunch. So
yeah, so literally all I did senior year was I played chess.
Nerd.
I went and in English didn't pay attention at all. I had my DS and all of us were playing Pokemon Black and White because that just came out.
Yeah.
And then what else was there? Fucking Mega Man on my TI-84 calculator.
Well, so something I feel like we need to talk about because we grew up a lot with it is like mobile gaming. I feel like that's like Doodle Jump, bro.
Oh, Doodle Jump was big.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, because like what you got like because this is before like iPhones were prominent, right? So we all had iPods still, and you were cool when you got that iPod Touch. Yep. Yeah, because basically it was an iPhone without calling. You know what I mean? Like you could still like
Yep.
message each other and stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like, yeah, like remember we used to play Call of Duty Zombies like on the iPhone? Like you pay like $5 and you got a shitty version of Knock There on Toten. You played Nazis. I was sitting there because whenever we would sit like in the basement, because if we were on a console, we could only play 2 people in Nazi Zombies, right? So the people who it wasn't their turn to play were playing like on the iPhones or on the iPods with each other.
The one I remember, I don't know if you guys ever played it, was like it was called Flick Home Run.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I had that one, like that one, Doodle Jump, and I remember Cut the Rope.
Yeah, Cut the Rope. The
Cut the
first
Rope.
Angry Birds game.
Yeah, and
the original
Temple
Balloons.
Balloons.
Original Balloons. Yeah.
Yep.
Temple Run,
like not
Jetpack
Balloons Tower
Joyride.
Defense, the Balloons where you had to like.
Yeah. Fruit Ninja.
Fruit Ninja. Clash of Clans when it first came out was so big.
Yeah.
Clash of Clans that came out.
That was a bit later.
Yeah.
That was like once everyone had iPhones and stuff.
DJ's mom would say Clash of Clowns.
Okay. I remember when Clash of Clans came out though. I remember not leaving my barracks room. I was like, I gotta play, and I like dropped money on it. I dropped like $50 on it because I started late. And I was like, I gotta upgrade my stuff.
I remember that, and then I remember like when they finally they released Clan Wars like a couple years later.
Yeah.
That was huge.
Now you've got Clan Wars.
I like that, and then I like the Builder Island update.
Yeah, no, all of it was good, but I think we should probably move on from growing up memories because, like Sal said, we'll be here for ever, 10 years.
I still haven't grown up.
Well, that's fair, but
I hated Halo 3.
All right. Well, you can tell us what your favorite was, because what's your favorite game of all time, Timmy?
Of all time?
Yeah, like if you had to pick one game throughout your entire lifespan of like, this is my favorite.
Is it like that, or like if I can only play one video game for the rest of my life?
We could do that too. I mean, I feel like those are two separate answers. Okay, don't do that.
Well,
you have the option for 2 separate answers.
Yes.
Okay, here's the thing.
My answer is the same for both questions. But
mine is going to be different.
Must be nice. Okay, so if you look, so there is, you guys probably know the answer to this, but there is a video game that I have owned for every single console it's ever been released for. All right, this game came out in 2011. Would you let me, like, come on, we got to build up to it a little bit. This game came out in 2011, and since then it's been released, updated, not really remastered, but you know, like engine update, whatever, right? New generation update for like, so every console that I physically own, including computers, I have Skyrim on.
Yeah.
And I still play Skyrim right now, not to date this podcast, but Oblivion Remastered is out right now. It's kind of consuming my life a little bit. But anyway,
I want it to consume mine.
It's good. I like it consuming my life.
Again, fucking Department of Education.
Yeah, listen up.
I almost said Department of Defense. That is
them
not
too.
it.
Department of Defense. Listen up. Sal needs his money.
Defense.
He sold you those dirty nukes that he got in Ukraine, and he just wants his money. That's it. Okay, FBI, get him. Anyway,
he repackaged that Chinese ammo.
That's right. He pulled a Jonah Hill on you.
Right. The War Dog Special.
The War Dog Special. That's the name of the new podcast, War Dogs. Welcome to the War Dogs podcast. Today we're talking about how to sell illegal firearms to the Department of Defense. Anyway, so Skyrim, yes. But however, though, I honestly think my favorite video game is Resident Evil 4.
I mean, that's a good one. That's a good choice.
It's the worst.
You just get scared, Sal.
Hey.
I love, like, because
I do love that game, though.
Yeah.
I introduced him into that game.
You did. But we're not allowed to talk about childhood memories anymore. We're past that.
Oh, man.
So I'm gonna final answer, Resident Evil 4.
Okay, favorite. So that's your favorite game. So I guess because this kind of ties into, I guess this is kind of a double whammy question, because I was also going to ask what game you guys have played the most. So I'm going to guess for you, Timmy, that's Skyrim.
Yes.
Okay, I kind of figured. So I guess I figured it was a good point to check because you were like, saying how you had basically played it on every single system you own.
And so back to like high school, I had late arrival because I never did early dismissal because I did sports after school, right? So it's stupid to go home and come back. So
Yeah, I had
even
the
though
same thing.
we lived right next to school, but I did late arrival, and sometimes I wouldn't arrive at all because I'm playing Skyrim.
Okay. So I guess Salvatore for you, favorite game of all time?
So favorite game of all time, no surprise, Kingdom Hearts. It is Kingdom Hearts 2 though.
So not the original and not 3.
No.
Or 4.
3.
That is how counting works.
Yes. I mean, there's a lot of other Kingdom Hearts. There's Chain of Memories. There's
I guess
Unchained
the
Key.
Kingdom Hearts like core games.
The series.
So Kingdom
of
Hearts HD
but,
1.5 remix is not your favorite?
I mean, that does include 1 and 2.
What about Kingdom Hearts Missing Link or Kingdom Hearts V Cast or Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5 remix? Sorry,
I feel like you just looked up a list. Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts Unchained X.
Huh? Yeah, that's a mobile game.
Okay, sorry. Continue.
I've played them all.
Okay.
Kingdom
Hearts 358 / 2 days.
Yeah, 358 over 2 days. Fucking Roxas represent. So Kingdom Hearts 2 was definitely my favorite. 1, I shouldn't say 1, like for the first reason, because 1 is, I'm saying Kingdom Hearts 1, which is still fantastic, but the combat's a little clunky in 1.
Almost like Ocarina of Time, am I right?
But Kingdom Hearts 2 combat was so much better. The opening Sanctuary I like more than Simple and Clean, although it's close second. The character of Roxas I resonate and love a lot more. So that would be my favorite game. And honestly, it might be one of the games that I've played the most, just because I've 100%ed it so many times. I've sped run it so many times.
100% speed run it so many times?
Yep.
Okay.
At one point, we did have the world record for it.
Who's we?
Me and my friends.
Oh, okay. I was like we.
So, yes, Timmy, you didn't know because you were downstairs playing Dance on the Wii.
I was.
So it was me, my friend Ryan York,
Ryan York.
Tanner. Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I just Googled Ryan York. Sorry, Ryan York.
And then and our friend Jay. And one of my favorite moments is we're building a gummy ship in Kingdom Hearts. And basically what you would do is you had all these separate pieces and you would be able to build it to your own design. Well, my friend Jay spent all of our money on just triangle pieces. He sold everything that we had for our ship, bought only triangle pieces, and then realized that he couldn't make a ship out of it. So we were stuck in this one world for 8 hours because we had to go and collect enough money again in order to do it. And then after that, he made it all circle pieces instead. And then we were stuck again. And I said, nope, I'm done.
Sounds like a smart guy.
It was great. I loved it, though. Hated it in the moment. But looking back, it was one of my favorite things. But the game that I would choose, if I only had to choose one game to play for the rest of my life, it would probably be old school RuneScape.
Hey, now, that was my answer for favorite game of all time, and probably the one I would choose if I had one game left to play,
Yeah.
Just because I spent so much time as a kid playing that. I remember at my cousin's house, he had a computer in one room, and then his dad had a computer in the other one. and this was before like TeamSpeak and stuff. So we would be playing the game, and to talk to each
and
other,
then just
we would be
yelling at each other.
We would be yelling, or we'd be like, he'd be like, "Hey, come look at this." So I'd have to like, get out of the setup, sprint down the hall, and like run it. And I just remember him and I running back and forth like through the halls of his house, just looking at RuneScape stuff. And it's funny now because like looking back, we had nothing, but it felt so cool as a kid.
Yeah, like the first time you got fucking Mithril.
The first time I got Iron, I was pumped. Are you kidding? But I think game for me playing the most, honestly, probably Minecraft, or we played a lot of Counter-Strike. I don't know. Because I checked on Steam because I was trying to like think of stuff, and I have basically exactly 2,000 hours of Counter-Strike gameplay.
That's so many fucking hours in Black Desert.
I think Black Desert is more, but I don't count that just because a lot of that was leaving my computer on
fishing. I just love MMOs. I think I think that's my favorite genre, just because I can get so immersed into it.
Yeah.
And
well, because the thing about MMOs is it's nice, one, because you can go fight stuff, but it's nice that you can go do other things.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, no, but definitely for me is like the RuneScape is probably the favorite game of all time. Old school RuneScape, I should say, not whatever the
RuneScape 3.
No, not that thing.
They have a RuneScape 3.
Back in 2007 or 8, they updated RuneScape, and basically everyone hated it. And so now they basically went back and re-released old school RuneScape if you prefer to play that, which I think most people do.
Yeah.
I have 2,000 hours on Sid Meier's Civilization 5.
You know what? That's a fair bit of hours on Civ 5.
I was going to say.
Want to know how many I have on Civ 6?
6.
7.
Hey, he was close.
That game was trash.
Yeah, we still need to try Civ 7, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just games that we still need to go and play. Rust was a big one.
Yeah, Rust. Let's see how many hours.
The Wet Bandits. I guess.
Whoa, what even is Rust anymore? I'm like looking at like the little like picture up here for it. That does not look like the game I used to play.
I guess if you played Rust back in the day, yeah, it's much different than when it first came out.
Interesting.
The Rust Sal and I played is still very much like what Rust is now, but
yeah,
that game is something though.
Yeah, Civ 5. I've got 517 hours. Right behind it, recent game that's come out, Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh,
you know what?
I've got 469 hours.
I honestly
love it.
There was a part of me when I was coming up with these questions of like game you know like one of your favorite games. I thought Baldur's Gate might be in the running.
I think it might be in like my top 5.
I mean, it is just
definitely in my top 10.
It's fun, and then the replayability factor of it just gives it so much, especially with like all the mods.
Oh yeah,
that have come out with it.
Even the replayability without mods is great. Plus, I'm a sucker for D&D. I love it, and I want more of it, and I can't normally get it. So, Baldur's Gate scratches that itch.
What are some good like single player, like just campaigny games that you guys really, really like?
There was one. It's fairly recent, but it's I guess it's kind of up my alley because I like the whole ancient Greece thing. But it's called Immortals: Phoenix Rising.
Okay.
And you basically play as like a demigod, like, and you're fighting to like free gods and like I don't know. It's very cool. Like you get to fight minotaurs and harpies and
not my harpies.
The combat system is also like really smooth in terms of like there's like a lot of cool movement and combos. I don't know. It definitely I would give it I still need to finish playing it. I haven't played it in a couple weeks, but
so like for me, like Resident Evil games are big. BioShock, I love BioShock. And then I also really
Assassin's
like.
Creed.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say Uncharted / Assassin's Creed because it's like they're kind of like the same game, just one's way better. But like the same style of play. I don't know if you guys ever played Uncharted.
Yes,
I have
Y-
not
yeah.
yet. I
So,
think
Sal,
I actually
imagine
own it.
Assassin's Creed, but like the
but with guns.
actors actually like it, like what they're doing. What do you mean with guns? Assassin's Creed's got guns.
Okay, but better guns.
I need to
Yeah.
play
Like actual
more of the
guns.
Assassin's Creeds because I loved everything up until Black Flag, and I haven't I
You
played
did not
Unity.
like Black Flag?
No, I'm saying
Oh,
like
I see.
including Black Flag. Black Flag is probably my second favorite
So
Assassin's Creed of all
Yeah,
time.
Black Flag is awesome.
that means you played 3 though, right?
Oh yeah,
Yes,
three is my favorite.
I was
Because Brotherhood's
okay
my
with
favorite.
3. Like Connor, it was Connor, right?
Yeah,
Was
bro, in
the-
upstate New York.
Yeah, it was okay for me. I really loved like Assassin's Creed 2 and what was it, Brotherhood and Revelations? Was all the Ezio ones?
Yeah.
I never played Revelations, but Brotherhood was the first game I ever 100%ed.
So I would say probably original. It's a toss-up between 2 and Brotherhood for like favorite Ezio game. But it would be one of those and then Black Flag for me. I played Unity. It wasn't terrible, but it just didn't have that feel or like that connection to the character as much.
Bro, Rogue came out in 2014. I never played that one.
I still have it in the packaging because I made your mom get it.
For 360?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really funny.
It's still in its plastic. It's in my closet at home.
Yeah, damn.
But
that one's got like a ship in it also. So is that one seafaring too?
yes. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, okay.
But I need to play like Valhalla, Odyssey.
Yeah, I have Odyssey and Origins. I just haven't touched them yet.
Origins, I think, is one of them.
Yeah, that's what I just said. I have
Yeah,
Odyssey.
yeah.
And
When Brendan said
Origins.
Origins, yeah.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah. So
It's okay.
Origins.
You hate me.
I do. I would say other single player. I mean, I guess it is single player, but you can have other people. The Dying Light.
Dying
Yeah,
Light's it.
Dying Light's
I
good.
love Dying Light.
And purely single player, one of my favorite games of all time is Dishonored.
Ultimate Dishonor.
Because yeah, that's just
You know what game I
It's just-
want to play?
beautiful.
What's up?
I lost my train of thought.
Okay. Well, I was
What
going
were
to
we
say one
talking
more.
about?
Well, we were talking about single player games, and you know
I
which
know.
one that Sal and I played a lot of was Hogwarts Legacy, actually.
Okay.
Played
I remember what I wanted to say.
fair amount.
What did you want to say?
Oh, I thought you had more point to make. I was gonna let you finish.
No.
Oh.
It sounded very important. I didn't want you to lose it again.
No.
I was just gonna
I
say...
think did I lose it again? No. Wait, it's there. Oh,
So anyways,
no.
Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah, keep
So
talking
back
about
to
that because that
RuneScape.
reminded me. Assassin's Creed.
But yeah, Hogwarts Legacy, I remember when that came out, Sal, you and me basically like the 5 days after that like beat the game.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
I 100%ed it. I think you got close.
Yeah, I'm at like 98%, and then I haven't touched it since.
I'm just waiting for Hogwarts Legacy 2 at this point.
I'm just waiting for us to not have the same exact fucking wand.
I still
Oh, you guys are wand boys, huh?
Well, it was so funny because Sal and I, we're playing. We started the game around, basically at the same time, and we're going through making our characters, and we start talking about oh, I did this. Well, it turns out Sal and I picked the same house, which was okay, that's kind of funny, and then we talked about our wands. It turns out me and Sal made the exact same wand, length, wood type, core. The only thing that was different was its flexibility, but it was just...
And it was 1 grade difference.
Yeah, it was... It was
out
the
of
most
like 14 grades. We're like one apart. I'm like,
it was one apart, and like out of all the wood, same wood, the 3 cores, we had the same core.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a very funny moment of like, get out of my head. Yeah, I guess, yeah, great single player game. I think Timmy, you touched on this a little bit, but I also had in here like worst games you've ever played. For me,
Can I finish my thought now that I remembered?
You do remember now. Okay.
Yes, Bloodborne. I want to play Bloodborne.
So do I.
Okay. Bloodborne is a great game.
Because I've never played like Elden Ring or what are the other games that are like Bloodborne?
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls. Yeah, I've never played any of those games. But Bloodborne to me looks like so much fun, and I really want to play it.
Bloodborne is a lot of fun. I played the original Bloodborne. Never got into 2 or anything because I think they made a second Bloodborne, right?
Also,
I'm not
never
insane.
talked about
I don't
Doom.
think so.
I love Doom. I gotta get the new Doom game that just came out. Dark Ages.
No, they never made a Bloodborne 2.
Oh.
No, it's just the one.
Okay, so I was right. I was gonna say, I'm like, I know I played a Bloodborne. I guess it was the Bloodborne. For some reason, I thought they made it 2.
Bloodborne.
That makes more sense. I'm like, I feel like if there was a 2, I didn't touch it, but there wasn't.
They made the samurai one too, didn't they? That was like
Sekiro,
Ghost,
right?
Or Ghost of Tsushima. There's 2 things.
Ghost of
Tsushima. There's like Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, which is like a Souls-like, I'm pretty sure, and then there's Ghost of Tsushima.
Shadow of the Colossus.
That is also a very good game.
Yes, it is. Sorry. Okay, worst game ever I ever played?
Yeah, I was gonna say you said something about it earlier of like this is the worst game ever. I'm trying to blank on it now.
Oh, that's easy for me. League of Legends. That is by far the worst video game I ever played.
You did hate it.
Oh no, like I hate that. Like it's unplayable.
I mean,
yeah,
for me,
it's the worst.
Yeah, definitely don't have thousands of hours in that game. Who would?
Didn't just play it earlier today.
Wasn't playing it right before we started.
See, good, because that game is poopy.
I don't know. For me, I don't know if it's your least favorite style, but I know it's up there is Monster Hunter Worlds.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That is the only game I've ever gone through like the actual process of like I hate this and I'm returning it to Steam. Like
yes. I had to look up how to
return games on Steam.
Yeah, if you're within if you're within 2 days of buying it or a certain amount of hours played, I think it's like 2 hours played, you can return a game on Steam and get your money back.
Huh.
So it's kind of a cool system, and it's the only because I remember Sal and I had played it on the advice of a we'll say friend to be nice, but it was horrible, and we got them playing and went, "Yep, sending this one back."
Yeah, graphically it was nice.
Oh, it was a very
beautiful,
visually beautiful game, but just the combat.
Yeah, the combat mechanics were just. I talked about Kingdom Hearts being clunky. Kingdom Hearts is like so much more fluid than whatever the hell that was.
So it was good to look at, but it was a nightmare. You could say it was kind of like a poison paradise.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, there's obviously like been some games where I'm like, that's not that fun, but that was like definitely the worst, and the one where I'm like, I have to get rid of this. I will never play this again. Which sucked because it was actually supposed to be like, and I'm sure a lot of people do love it, but I just couldn't. I mean, No Man's Sky was pretty rough at the start, but that's just because they didn't deliver on what they promised. But they, they went back and fixed it. So.
Yeah, that's a really tough one. Is like bad games.
You have to have something.
Well, I was going to say, because the first thing that came to mind was Monster Hunter World.
Say
it. But don't spray it. Don't spray it.
Damn.
Speak.
Do what must be done.
I mean, Sal, if you want to say Monster Hunter World, that's fine too, because like that was like
no cheating off your answers. What's the answer to the test, Sal? What is it? Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think. Give me a little bit.
No.
I'm just thinking of a game that I actually really liked.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing
I
right
know.
now. I got it.
Yeah.
Who hated Curse of the Dead Gods?
I
Actually, really
liked
fun
that
game. I was going to say it's actually a great
That's
game.
actually, I think, the only game that I like clipped for you in one of your streams.
You did?
Yeah.
this is news to me.
Yeah, I did. It's on Twitch.
I'll have to take a look at that. Well, I guess if you stop thinking of games you like, and if you finally come to one, we'll circle back to it. But
We're all ears. Well, we're waiting.
But I guess, like, do you guys have, like, in the games you play, like, is there like a favorite character? It could be like the main, like the character you play as, or it could be like an NPC. Like, I don't know, like, I guess it's kind of a weird thought of, like, I guess for an example, mine is like Red Dead Arthur Morgan, fantastic character. But yeah, I guess just your favorite character, like, in a game. Like,
Alcina
it could be
Dimitrescu.
Oh no.
He just likes the big mommy. It could just be like a character that's really well written. It could just be like, you could just say like Master Chief because he's badass and cool, also
Halo
pretty
3
well
sucks.
written. Okay, well. Oh, that's what you had said earlier. That's what you were saying was your worst game ever, Timmy.
No, not the worst game. I just said I hated it. Like I didn't. It was not the worst game ever. I was just like, this is dumb, and it's because I was bad at it. Like you know what I mean?
That's fair. Yeah, there are just some games. Like, I think that's part of the reason I don't like Rainbow Six Siege is just because it was so different than like other shooters, and I didn't want to take the time to learn how to play it, so it just made me mad to play.
I also wasn't prepared for the class of players. You know what I mean? It seemed like every lobby you were in, it wasn't like there was no casual gamers. They were all just there to top the leaderboards in Halo.
But yeah, like, I don't know, I guess you guys have someone like that, like a favorite character. Like, for me, like I said, Arthur Morgan's fantastic. Ezio's up there for sure.
Booker DeWitt.
Honestly, I don't know that.
That's from
BioShock
Infinite.
BioShock Infinite.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, Booker DeWitt. I connect with him on a personal level.
Like I said, definitely Roxas, Kingdom Hearts 2.
That's how I thought yours was going to be Deckard Cain.
Just because I
Crash Bandicoot.
Just because I do a Deckard Cain voice from Diablo 2 specifically. The Diablo games are really good. But oh god, fucking Deckard Cain. I forgot about that one, dude. I'm trying to think of some of my favorite characters. Cloud.
Cloud's pretty good.
Cloud from Final Fantasy 7.
Oh yeah, I never played those games either. I never played the Final Fantasy games.
Pretty good.
I didn't play them growing up.
They're like turn-based RPG games, right?
Yes.
Man, I never will. I'll never play them.
But the new, like, the remake isn't.
Maybe I'll play it.
So
I played Final Fantasy all the way back. We had a Dreamcast that we had Final Fantasy for.
Hell yeah.
Like I said, Dishonored, Corvo Atano.
Hold on. My brain short circuit. At first I thought you said Cortana. I'm like,
yeah,
really?
I heard that too. Like, we're back to Halo.
Corvo Atano is
okay.
the main character from Dishonored.
Yeah.
So, and that's how I got, Corvus Crow. Think of any other.
I mean, again, it could be a protagonist, like a character you play as, or it could be like just an NPC that was like.
I mean, Assassin's Creed 4 shopkeep merchant guy.
The shopkeep merchant guy.
Yeah, the what are you buying?
Oh yeah. Hell
I,
yeah.
by the way, Timmy,
Yes. Well, you said Assassin's Creed. You didn't say Resident Evil.
did I say Assassin's Creed?
Yeah, that's why I was
You did say
confused.
Assassin's Creed.
I
Yes.
was like, what?
I'm reading Assassin's Creed right now.
Don't do that.
Sorry. So
Put it back.
so Resident Evil 4 merchant guy. I remember one of the first videos, I don't even know. I think Kenny put it on his like random YouTube channel. I don't know if he still has it. I had a leather jacket and I got a balaclava and a hoodie, and we did a spoof of the Resident Evil 4 merchant guy, and Kenny was playing as Leon, and I just had like a bunch of random things in my jacket. Like I had like dryer sheets, and I had like laundry pods before, like, you know, the whole Tide Pod thing. I just had all these random items, and then Kenny would go and attach them to his Nerf gun, the rifle, the blue rifle.
The long shot.
Yes. So
Bro,
he was
if you
just
don't know
like
the Nerf
taping.
long shot, don't step to me.
I had that Vulcan though.
Yeah, you were cool.
It was just because I had a fucking Kmart gift card at the right time.
Oh, Kmart.
But yeah, I don't know if that video's still up, but oh, that was funny.
I mean, if you want to, because like kind of tied into this one is I was gonna throw in like favorite monster and enemy from a game. Like it could be something up that alley too. Like it doesn't have to be a good guy or someone who was on your team. Like it could be like a, you know, like a villain or like a class of enemy.
Ooh, this could be interesting. So one of my favorite games for the Game Boy was Metroid Fusion.
Okay.
And there was like the main antagonist was kind of like this clone of Samus. And one of the things that I remember that like haunted me was there's this one scene where Samus sees this clone, and it does this like really dramatic zoom into the mask of, like, you know, these dead eyes. And that was just wild to me, because I think that was the first time that I encountered like a villain in gaming.
That's fair.
Because there was like, you know, Pokemon Rival or whatnot.
Yeah, but
nothing like dubious or like truly trying to kill me.
you know what comes like to me is like a great enemy just because like the twist of it all is General Shepard from Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yep.
That was like you do that mission as Roach and he just executes you in Ghost like out of nowhere. Like that was like I remember playing that and being like, what the fuck is happening right now?
So I do have a villain or enemy that I really, really like. And it's from Resident Evil 4. And we always called it the Wolverine, but the enemy's real name is the Garrador. And essentially what it is it's an individual whose eyes are stitched shut. So he's blind. And then he has these like really long, like 3 foot long, like Wolverine type steel claws that he like swipes.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so he responds to sound, right? And he's like a mini boss. And where you find him, there's typically like his weak spot is like on his back, right in the middle of his back. And like so you have to like do things because obviously if you shoot he can hear you because he's got like super hearing, but he's like written really well because he'll like if you're like not moving or not engaging at all, he'll like put his claws away and just like walk quietly and like be listening for you, which adds like a lot of like suspense and like, you know what I mean, because like you have to like move to like be away from him, but if you like you move too much or too quickly he can like hear you and charge at you. You can bait him into charging and he'll like get his claws stuck in the wall, which like opens him up for attack. And there's also usually like bells in the room that if you shoot and ring them, he'll charge at them. But when he does, they're destroyed. So like you only have like one shot essentially to like hit him in the back before those bells are gone. So it's just like a really interesting and like fun character. And eventually you get to a room where you're locked in there with two of them, and then also a bunch of other different enemies. So it's just a mess.
I mean, that's a pretty
Um,
good one because I know exactly what you're talking about, and yeah, it is like a cool concept of like basically you have to almost outthink the monster instead of just
Yes.
fighting it.
Yes.
Like it is very much like a tactics thing instead of like a just straight up like brawl with this monster.
And your inputs affect positively or negatively everything about it.
one of the hardest fights that I've had is
Crocodile and Tarzan Untamed.
No, definitely in Croc, Legend of the Gobos. I love that, by the way. I love Croc. But one of the hardest fights that I've ever had is in Dark Souls 1, Ornstein and Smog or Smough. And I remember because I played through all of it on stream, my first playthrough, and I just remember days of being on that fight. Like the entire stream of like 3-4 hours was me just trying to win that fight.
That's the one like it's like obviously it's the two bosses, but the one guy's got like the giant hammer. He's like kind of a chonky dude.
Yes.
Okay. I
and
thought
then
that's who it was.
one guy's got like a lightning lance or something like
Yes.
that.
Okay.
Yes.
I haven't played Dark Souls in forever, so I was trying to think which one that was.
Yeah, that one broke me.
That's a nice way of saying it.
That one took so long, and I remember beating that and throwing my chair to the side, kneeling down and just screaming after winning that, because it was so brutal. Of just I was looking up tutorials at that point because I was like 14 15 hours in just trying to beat this fucking fight. I was looking up tutorials. I was looking at like fucking like cheeses, and I was like
trying to find like glitch spots and like
yeah. I was getting to the point of like I didn't want people to be watching and be like, okay, well this guy's never gonna fucking beat this. I was like, I need to move on from this, and I just couldn't. And it was easily one of the hardest things gaming wise that I had to do. I still have to go and beat Elden Ring's boss, but that one with Elden Ring, it is more of like I just have to go and level up a little bit more, and then I'll be fine. That Dark Souls 1 thing,
it got to you.
Just ooh, it probably took a good 4 years off my life.
You know what game takes years off our life is Jump Force. Every single time I play that game, at the end of it, I'm sweating, I'm tired.
I love Jump Force. I honestly wish that we played it more.
I mean, we can. It's just like I said. I feel like every time we play it, a year gets taken off my lifespan.
I know, and it's great. It is a lovely fucking time.
It is just. And it's funny because I almost want to say like it feels like we're button spamming, but it's like no, I know I'm actually doing inputs and combos, but it's like I'm just sitting here just mashing, trying to like because it's such a fast-paced game, you know? Where it's just, especially the way you and me play it, where it's just a drag.
It is just a slugfest every time. There's no charging. It is.
Because Timmy, did you ever play Jump Force?
No.
Never heard of it until now.
Okay, well, it's an anime fighting game. Like it mixes Dragon Ball, Naruto, some smaller games like Sal's favorite Yu Yu Hakusho.
As Yu-Gi-Oh.
It's got Yu-Gi-Oh, One Piece, like all that, all the big anime titles, or I guess most of the big anime titles. But yeah, it's just it's cool. You get to play as like some of your favorite characters from those shows, and you can also make your own. But it's a lot.
I'm trying to think, Timmy, if we ever really played a lot of fighting games.
Just Budokai.
Yeah, I was gonna say it probably would just be Budokai.
You guys never
Because
touched like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter?
Soul
I did.
Calibur. We played Soul Calibur.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I
Street
played a lot of
Fighter,
fighting
no.
games when I was younger. Um,
Yeah, I feel like
it,
we
it
played
was
say Soul Calibur and Mortal
it
Kombat when I
was
was younger.
yeah, it was prior to when I moved to Victor. Um, because honestly, I think it was just different people, different tastes. Um,
Plus, like, the Call of Duty craze kind of got us all. Like, that was the thing
yeah,
to do.
I was gonna say it was like if we weren't doing that or playing outside, it was COD or Soldier Front or
Yeah.
something along those lines, like Rock Band. Um,
Ooh. Yeah, we haven't
Oh yeah,
touched
we
on
played a
any
lot.
of
Yeah,
like
we
the
played a lot of
rhythm.
Guitar Hero and Rock Band. It's true. Yeah.
I was gonna say we never
yeah,
really touched on like the rhythm games because like obviously I wasn't there when you guys were growing up, but that was a big thing for like me and my cousins is my one cousin had the entire like Rock Band set, so we'd go over there and play for hours.
that was me. Going
You
back
were
to
the guy.
yeah, going back to fighting games real quick. I played. I first played Mortal Kombat at my cousin's house. I want to say it was Super Nintendo or something like that. Um, Never really got into it too much. Street Fighter a little bit, but the big one for me was Tekken. Uh,
I
my sister and I played Tekken 5 and Tekken Tag Tournament like nobody's business.
I recently have been getting like a lot of Tekken stuff like suggested to me on YouTube because I guess there was some tournament a couple months back that like a bunch
Yeah.
of streamers did, and it actually was very interesting, and I almost wanted to be like, hey, I kind of want to get like one of like they have like the actual like joystick and button combos you can plug
Yep.
into your computer, and it's like I'm still half tempted to go buy one of those and start playing Tekken just because it looked very fun.
I love Tekken. Hwoarang is my fucking guy. That is how I learned about capoeira was Tekken 5. Uh,
And now you're a fully studied student in capoeira.
yeah, I'm the best. But so I guess fighting games aside, going back to
Capoeira
rhythm
is the
games.
Brazilian dance fighting, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Um, so I remember I bought Guitar Hero 1 and 2 off of our friend Nick for the PlayStation. And
Yeah, Nick would
I
sell you anything. He wouldn't get. He'd sell you. He wouldn't never give you anything. He'd be like, "Hey, you want this?" And then you'd be like, "Yeah, I do." He'd be like, "Cool, $20."
yep, that is what he did. Um, but when I went through Guitar Hero 1 like actually going from easy, playing through the game on medium, then hard, and then to expert. Like I actually grinded that uh to get good at Guitar Hero. Um and then when it came to like Rock Band, I got the whole set. And I remember we would either go to Kenny's house across the street because Kenny had in his basement like a really big TV. Um and I guess, this dates us a little bit, but I think Kenny had like a 65-inch or like a 70-inch TV in his basement. Which at the time was fucking massive. And uh so we would either do that or we would go to Nick's house that was down the street. And I just remember I just remember four of us carrying all the stuff. Like Timmy would have a guitar, Nick would have a guitar, Kenny's like swinging the microphone, and I've got the drum set like over my head on my shoulders, walking down the street like One Piece overtaken, like Walk to Arlong Park style.
But you're just rolling with the Rock Band.
But we're
right.
rolling with the Rock Band setup down the
People
street
would close
to go
their
play.
shutters and lock their doors when they saw us.
So we would do that like multiple fucking times. I mean, it felt like it was every day that we were going and doing that.
I remember too. I don't know what year it was, Sal, but it was one year. It was your birthday party, and you guys rented out like a space at the local racino. For those of you who don't know, a racino is a casino without tables. So you can't play table games in New York unless you're on Indian property.
Yeah.
So we have
Oh, that was
what's
my
called
16th birthday party.
Oh,
Yeah, I
it's your
remember
16th
that.
birthday. Okay, so they're called
Yeah.
racinos. And I remember your dad brought all this stuff for us to play Guitar Hero / Rock Band. And there was like the huge projector TV that they could hook it up to in there. But for some reason, it could not sync no matter what we tried to do. Like there's like an input leg or something. So we
Yeah.
couldn't play. And it was like really disappointing because it was gonna be like it was like they pretty much had a stage for us. You know what I mean? That we
Yeah.
were gonna like play like Guitar Hero on, and then we couldn't get it to work because like the input was whatever it had to go through. Had to go up to Starlink and down on around to get to like to hit the TV.
Yeah, that was real sad. And then one of the two things that I played Guitar Hero and Nazi Zombies with Marcus Yule at his graduation party, because
you were the only one there, right?
I was the only one there for the longest time, and I felt bad, and I missed out on like everybody else's graduation party because I got to Marcus's early. I was going to stay for like an hour and then go off, and like a bunch of people canceled on him. Nobody showed up, and I was like, well, I'm going to go and stay here until like somebody else shows up. And finally I got people to like answer my texts to come over to Marcus's, and then there was like 30 people or something like that.
What day was Marcus's? Was it on actual graduation day?
Yes.
See, that's why. Too many of us did it like that. Because I remember like I didn't make it to Marcus's, but I left my own graduation party to go to other people's graduation parties. Like I left people there because like I had no choice though. I mean, I was literally leaving the next day. Like I couldn't do it any other time. But
yeah, so I played Rock Band or Guitar Hero World Tour, I think it was.
Yeah, World Tour was the one with the drums and you could have a bass guitar and the vocals.
And then we just played Zombies on a projector in his backyard. And yeah, I just remember like feeling so bad, but it was kind of like I had to, not that I had to do it, but it felt like the right thing to do. And yeah, now I haven't really talked to Marcus in a while.
How did we get here? How did the podcast become Marcus Yule?
I was just letting you guys go down a rabbit hole here.
It's more like Sal went down the rabbit hole.
Hey, you're right.
Went down the Marcus hole.
No, I don't know if I like that. Okay, so it was all for a segue. Favorite Call of Duty Nazi Zombies map?
Oh, that's easy. That is absolutely easy for me. Let me look up what it's called.
That is easy.
I have a toss up between Kino or Toten and I think it's
people
Rise.
who say Kino or Toten they're just wrong. You're wrong.
Okay, you can think that.
No, I can't. Okay, mine's Ascension. I forgot what it was called. What's Ascension? No, because Kino, if Kino der Toten's your favorite map, that means you started too late in the Nazi zombie world.
No, because I started with World at War, like the OG
then
zombies.
Then Der Rise would be your favorite.
I did say.
So why is Ascension yours?
I literally said it was Kino der Toten or Der Rise. Now hold on, I literally said it was Kino der Toten or Der Rise.
No, you didn't. No, you're wrong. Right. You're wrong. You're not allowed to like things. No liking allowed. Get him out of here. Editor, get him out. Kick him from the podcast. All right, I kicked you out.
All right. Well,
it's definitely...
He's the host, too.
I was going to say, I'm like, it's a weird episode to kick me out.
It's definitely Call of the Dead.
No. Call of the Dead
George Romero, Danny Trejo.
Yeah, Danny DeVito.
Yep, they made a
no. I like Ascension because it was the first. It was the first Easter egg we ever did.
I was never big on like the whole Easter egg thing.
Oh, we were.
We were. Now they're like self-guided tours. You can turn on how to do each thing. This is back when you had to like look up every single
Oh
thing.
yeah, you had to look up the
or
guides
just
and you had to
try
find...
things. Yeah.
Yeah, we just had to like.
And
just
you know
guess.
what? You know what the payoff was for Ascension? You got a death machine for 30 seconds. Yeah, when you're on round 30, that shit don't do nothing for you.
Well, I guess. Oh yeah, so we never got your. What's your favorite zombies map? And don't say Kino or Toten because Timmy will yell at you and kick you
I
off the
will
podcast.
yell at you and kick you from the podcast.
For sure, Verruct. No.
All right, you're kicked. Verruct is scary.
It is scary.
Have you ever seen a Verruct runner?
Asylum?
Have you ever heard of the conspiracy of the Verruct runner? Why are they so fast in Verruct, the runners? The Verruct runners are like look at them sometimes. Like look up Verruct runner when you're on your free time. I'm not employing anybody. I implore everybody at home to look up Verruct runner. It's terrifying. Imagine that in a game where you can't pack a punch. You can't do nothing. Also, you start on opposite sides of the map and have to work towards each other. It's terrifying.
This just looks like John Berthal. It's just Shane.
Nah.
Nah.
Who is that? Who is that? Let me ask you something, Sal.
Well, I guess in terms of like, games being scary, that was something else I had here is like, is there a game that like actually like scared you or like
Resident Evil 4?
Resident Evil 4.
Well, Sal, I thought it was going to be, what was that one horror game that you were going to, I'm drawing a blank. It's a very scary game.
There's a lot of very scary games. Also, my favorite Nazi Zombies map is Derise. There's
good answer.
There's a few that I really like, which would probably be Derise, Ascension,
Origin,
Mob of the Dead, Origin.
Oh, I forgot about Mob of the Dead. You build the airplane. Yeah. That one's fun.
Origin, because we just did that Easter egg.
I still have to kiss a goat.
You still have to kiss a goat. That's true.
It's like, how many years later is it now? 11 years later?
Yeah, something like that.
I gotta kiss a goat.
And Buried. Buried was real fun.
Buried, yes. And with Leroy, or whatever his name is. Is it Leroy?
Something. I don't remember.
What is his name?
I think
I like the witch's
Leroy.
house you have to go through.
And what is in fucking Transit? I hated Transit, but I loved Transit for the fact of we were just constantly in a panic state.
I mean, that's all Transit was. Especially
it was all panic, and it was just, I don't know what they're called, but we called them chupacabras.
The little things that jumped on your face and you had to stab them? Yeah.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
They were just chupacabras.
But nothing told you had to stab them, so you didn't know what to do when they were... also, why do we feel like we had to get on the bus every time? You know what I mean? Like, why
bus is here, we gotta go.
But why?
Going in a circle.
Why do we have to go?
Because the bus is here.
I mean, yeah, that is a good point. Like, it just like, you never had to, but it felt like every single time it was like, no, I gotta get on the bus.
Yeah. I have to.
And if the bus left for some reason, I would always try and chase it down. Even again, you didn't have to.
You didn't have to. You could just stay where you are.
But I thought of the scary game I was thinking of is Outlast. Sal, didn't you play Outlast and you hated it?
Oh, I played. Yeah, so I played Outlast.
That is a horror game for sure.
Yes,
that's like a legit survival horror game.
I played Outlast. I think it was Outlast 2. I played the demo of.
I'm gonna watch Markiplier play Outlast tonight because I love that playthrough.
Yeah. I also really liked Mark's playthrough of like the Whistleblower DLC on that.
Oh yes, yeah.
That was
for sure.
That was really good. In terms of like scariest game, I mean, Resident Evil 4.
The scariest, like this. If I'm being honest with you, the scariest game I've ever played, like actual fear of the unknown, is the first Slender game. first
Oh
Slender
my
Man
god,
game.
I forgot about
Like,
that game.
yeah, that is the first game that actually, like, I mean, Sal was there from when I played Resident Evil 4. I was visibly like scared, but at the same time, it's like you can do something about it. You have guns, you know what I mean? Like, you get
Yeah.
to fight back. Like,
It's like-
and even Sal now, like, playing the Resident Evil 4 remake that you are, you like, you get scared by things, but you have a fighting chance. I think you've only died once the whole time you've played.
Yeah, and I think
You know what
it's
I
because I
mean?
threw a
Like,
grenade at my feet.
you did throw a grenade at your feet, so user error there.
So I mean
but
that's on me.
But the first Slender game, you know what I'm talking about? The one where you're like in the woods,
Yeah, you gotta grab
like
the 8
two
pages.
buildings. Yes, and they can be in like, and then like he doesn't show up to like the third page though, and like the starts like coming like yeah, not a fan. That game actually scared me.
Fair.
I have a
For
video
me-
on my YouTube
Oh.
channel. Sorry, I don't know what it's called. It's called Play With Me. I guess?
Shameless plug. Play with you. What?
Sal wants you to play with him.
No.
Anyway, guys,
there-
check out Stormfall/gaming.
Yeah, watch this video of me screaming like a little girl. It's got 34 views from 8 years ago.
Yeah, /Matthias / who else is big? PewDiePie.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think because I played some horror games back when like
Not affiliated with any of the previous mentioned people.
Nope. Played some horror games when like it was the thing to do was play horror games on YouTube.
No, it's still the thing to do. You got to play Mortuary Assistant.
No.
Yep. You gotta.
I'm holding you to that. You owe me a playthrough of Mortuary Assistant.
Yeah, but
He owes you.
but the
Sal made a
loans,
bet and he
they
lost.
they haven't shown up yet. I can't get it. It's the worst.
I'll get it for
Sorry. No, that's okay. That's okay. It's
I'll
fine.
get it for you right now.
Don't do
Sal, you've already seen me play my most fear-inducing game. I get to see.
Yeah, but yours is fucking Subnautica.
Subnautica's terrifying.
You're scared of Subnautica?
I hate the deep ocean.
Subnautica's a fucking cozy game
Okay.
compared to Mortuary Assistant.
I would much rather play Mortuary Assistant.
You're wild, dude. Okay, you play that. I'll play Subnautica.
No, that's not fun. You gotta play Mortuary Assistant.
No, I don't want to piss myself.
The horror games like Outlast, all that stuff, don't mind. Mortuary Assistant, like sure the jump scares, like I'll be like but I'm not like.
Oh yeah, well jump scares are one thing, but then you're like, oh, it's over.
But like
yeah.
actual
Yeah.
like fear, Subnautica for me. I don't know what it, like. It's just
Okay,
the deep ocean gets me.
that's fine. I'm scared of a terribly rendered man with no face. So
We each have our own demons to face.
I'm trying to think because there's like Fatal Frame, Amnesia.
Amnesia was good.
Amnesia the Bunker.
Yeah.
Did you ever play that one?
Mhm.
So that's the one where you have a safe room and then you find out you're not safe in it. Like it's terrible.
Yeah, I don't do well with like demons.
Yeah, demons and like the spirit stuff for you. So like the supernatural seems
It's
to
too
be
real.
like your thing.
Yeah.
I was scared of getting sodomized by a demon.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing wrong with a little sodomy every now and again.
Oh, there is. There definitely is. Toy Story.
Toy Story got you.
When that truck leaves.
We're not aiming for the truck.
I
I heard that Dead Space is supposed to be really scary, but I've also
I've
wanted
never
to
played
play
them. I own them. I've never played them.
It. Yeah,
I've also heard the same thing, but have also
that and
not
Silent
touched
Wait,
Hill.
them.
or is that Mass Effect that I own? No, it's Dead Space.
I think that was kind of that was what I had. Is just in terms of talking about games. Is I think
We have been talking for a long time.
I was gonna say we're reaching a point. I gotta pee.
We're over an hour and a half.
Yeah, we are at a slight problem though in terms of we're at another tie.
Well, who got points for what?
Well, Sal has a point for Michael having Excel, and he also
That's
got
a
a
good
point for screaming at Dark Souls. Timmy, you got a point for abusing school computers to play Halo.
Yeah, that's fair.
And for saying Marcus Hole.
You tell me in an hour and a half you only gave us 2 points each?
I was paying attention to the conversation. I kind of forgot about the points.
Marcus Hole.
That's okay. Nothing matters.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing matters.
See,
That's true.
I feel like it was better that I was paying attention. Plus, then I can make you guys do a tiebreaker.
Okay.
What did we say
Well,
the
the rules for the
was?
tiebreaker,
Yeah.
we have to tell you an interesting fact or story from the past week. Because it's been 1 week since we've convened.
Yeah,
well,
it's been...
not really, since we've convened for the podcast.
Yeah.
But
So, I guess, Timmy, we'll have you, Sal will round it out.
you want me to go first?
Yep, you're going to go first.
Okay, my interesting fact for the week is that I learned how to isolate my upper bicep and target it specifically during arm workouts. And I kind of overdid it, and I cannot fully close my arms. I can't I couldn't touch my shoulders if I tried. So that's my fun fact.
Okay. Sal, hopefully your fun fact is actually fun. Here we go.
I'm trying to think of like a fun fact that I've had.
Okay, you're already on a bad start. I'll give you it.
At least I had a fact.
I was gonna say
okay. Give me a second. Let me cook. Let
him cook. Big baby can't fake a fun fact.
Start
Wow.
schoolyard bullying him.
I'm gonna push you down the stairs, Sal.
Not
I'm
again.
gonna push you down the stairs.
Yeah, I really don't have like anything.
All right, well-
This past week has been just school.
Boo.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well,
I mean, last time I did a school related thing, so I'm trying to think of something that
well, unfortunately, you're out of time, and I
Ooh,
think
I got it.
Nope.
oh,
Nope, too late. Timmy wins. Landslide victory from the front. Timmy wins. Timmy wins the episode.
But all right, let's hear your fact. But Timmy is officially won. So.
okay. I
Yes.
was gonna say in Fortnite, because we're doing gaming, so you can no longer do the AI Vader stuff. But what I did do is I talked to AI Vader about James Earl Jones, and he had some very nice words.
Well, Timmy would have won anyway,
Okay.
so
Yeah, I was about to say that's boring as hell.
Well, fuck you. It's fine. Nothing matters.
you know what? Fair.
Nothing matters.
All right. Well, Timmy, since you're coming back as host next week, round it out this week.
I'm the winner. I won because I'm the best. I abused school computers, and nothing matters. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the Nothing Matters podcast. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Or don't. We don't really care. Nothing matters.